What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Bros Cast, episode 140, take two. My name
Running
is
it back.
my name is Harrison. I am joined by my brother Nick, as always. Nick, I already know how you're doing, but for the sake of the peoples, how are you doing?
For the sake of the continuity of the episode that we just started filming and then had to restart. uh, Doing good. I'm getting sick. I'm there from a wedding in Wilmington. Got sick from that, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
But wedding was a great time. And then came home and watched 2 seasons of Game of Thrones. Now we just started the 3rd season.
nice.
I'm feeling good. Well, I'm not feeling good, but I'm feeling good about the show now.
Good. So, I mean, you haven't watched any Game of Thrones before?
Just the first and last seasons. I got caught up in the hype of season 8, so I watched it along with a bunch of people. But
Okay.
so I know how it ends. I know how it ends.
Right.
And
So I guess
then
the hype of like the new show has gotten you and Alicia started.
yeah, because
Okay.
I wanted to just jump in and start that show, but Alicia was like, "No, we need to watch Game of Thrones." I was like, "That's like it's like a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot of content. It's
Yeah.
like 80 hours of television." But here we are.
Well,
It's a good show.
yeah. I heard it's good. I want to get. I tried it a couple years ago to get into it, and I just couldn't for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I do want to watch it eventually. I've still gotta watch the Lord of the Rings show. I'm still on my Star Wars kick right now, watching the cartoon for that. I'm caught up with She-Hulk. She-Hulk's okay, man. It's not bad, but I just don't know where the show's going. There's no main villain. There's no, which I mean, I guess it doesn't need to be, but
Yeah.
there's no main villain. It's just, I don't know. It's like an episode of the week, kind of like its own story, which is, I mean, I guess it's fine. Like it's fun. It's a fun show.
I'd rather take this show than the 6 episode shows that Marvel has been doing recently,
Yeah.
where the first 2 are okay, episode 3 is bad, episode 4 is really good, and then 5's all right, and 6 is like pretty good.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I'm tired of that
Is there
format.
6 episodes of this?
No, I think there's 8 or 10,
Okay.
which isn't that big of a difference, but
Okay.
yeah. So this one's a little bit more of an actual TV show, whereas the other ones just feel like long, drawn out movies.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked WandaVision because that one was it felt like a TV show. But
Yeah, I mean, their shows start out really good. Like WandaVision was great. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was okay. I didn't really like the villain that much in the show. And then Loki was awesome. So I mean, it's been kind of hidden here. Like what was the Moon Knight? Moon Knight was good. I liked Moon Knight.
Yeah, that one's solid.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just on that Marvel burnout right now. Like they've added
Yeah.
Thor to Disney Plus, and I still haven't watched that.
I did watch it. I watched
which-
it last week.
Heard it was pretty mid, so I mean,
I thought it was pretty funny.
yeah,
I know a lot of people are like shitting on it because I don't know. They have some goats that are yelling a lot.
yeah,
I don't know, man. I think people are too uptight. I thought it was pretty funny. I think I don't think the internet can't agree on what's funny and what's not funny.
I don't think the world can agree on literally anything. Like there could be the
Yeah.
color blue and the color red, and someone's always going to argue, no, that's not red, that's
That's purple.
yellow or purple, whatever. Like something completely off kilter, or whatever. Just like what you like, man. If you enjoy something, that's fine. I've been watching a lot of Dragon Ball stuff. Like on my TikTok right now, it's just all Dragon Ball stuff for whatever reason. And like so many comments are like, they're like, oh yeah, the style of Dragon Ball Z is so much better than Super, and I'm like, I mean that's fine, but like, why can we not have both? Like they're both really
No, I mean-
good. So like, why do we always have to argue about stuff? Like who cares? Like you have one thing, and then you have this other thing.
Yeah, why can't you just enjoy them separately?
It's like, I mean, it's like bands. Like there's some bands that I really loved back in the day that I don't really listen to now because I don't like their music anymore. But I go back and listen to their old stuff because it's there and it's fine. Like it doesn't have to.
And you're not mad that they're not recreating
Yeah,
The
I mean,
new
it's I'm like,
girls.
it sucks that they're not, but I mean, also people like bands evolve and stuff like that. Like they're not gonna put the same stuff out all, like, over and over again. So I don't know. Just enjoy what you like. That's where I've kind of come to land with stuff.
Just stop. Yeah, enjoy what you like. Stop comparing stuff so much. But I guess that's I don't know. That's the foundation of opinions is
Yeah.
comparison.
Um. So yeah, other than
Oh,
that, I've had a really busy week just with getting back into the flow of getting starting work again. Because I've had like 3 weeks off, which was awesome, but also
great.
like I don't want to come back. You know what I mean? But this week we have been we spent like 2 days like redoing a bunch of our boards on our deck, um, which was fine. It was just very tedious and took forever. And then we stained, well, not stained our deck, but it's some sort of like, it's called like advanced deck over.
Mhm.
But it's supposed to be like a really nice like kind of shield that goes over the wood to have it last a long time. And it's a different color. It's a gray color, but man, we had to do like 2 coats of that, and it's a thick like paint, so where like it doesn't apply easily, and it's also like
Really, oh god.
majority old wood, so you have to like kind of like really put a lot of pressure. So we had to kind of get on our hands and knees for the most part and just use paintbrushes, like just actual paintbrushes. We tried using like an extended roller, but that wasn't working. To the point where we got like halfway through the first can and we're like, I don't know about this. Like we might just do paint and call it a day, but we stuck it out. We got it done. We ended up, I think we started painting like on Thursday and we got it done Saturday. Um,
Wow.
so yeah, it took forever, but definitely worth it. It looks great. We've kept all the animals off, no kids on there, at least until tomorrow, and then it should be good to put all the furniture and stuff back on there. But that's mainly what I've been doing this week. I've played a little bit of Xenoblade. Not much else to really say about it. Played, wanted to play more Splatoon. I did finish the single player portion of it.
Nice.
It was really good. Also, I hate Nintendo because this freaking game has one of those like levels at the end of it, like the bonus level or whatever. That's like really hard, no checkpoints. I tried it like 10 times and was like, I'm not doing this.
Wait, after you
After you beat the game, there's like a golden sewer gate that opens or whatever, like golden hatch.
Oh,
That's
man,
like
I
right
didn't
at the
know
start.
that.
And I tried probably about 15 to 20 times, and died and was starting to get really mad. I started getting flashbacks of Mario days or whatever, the 3D world. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this because I don't want to ruin my experience with this game.
Splatoon.
Yeah. So I stopped, and I'm probably not going to go back to it because that was really pissing me off. But it's a skill thing, like whatever. But also, like, I don't think the platforming in Splatoon is necessarily like great either. So there's a couple of spots that it required some platforming skills and maybe a little bit of luck, and I just was not having it. So
It's too floaty
it's very floaty.
to be a good platformer.
Yeah, and the fact that there's no checkpoints, and I don't know how long this level was, so I was just like, forget about it. I played a little bit more multiplayer, but I'm gonna dive back in more this week now that we got the deck done.
Nice. Yeah, I mostly played single player this weekend while we were kind of watching Game of Thrones, so I kind of like grinded through that. Did you play all the levels? Did you like?
I did, yeah. I 100%. Like I collected everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
I kind of mainlined it after hitting World 5. No, actually, after hitting World 6, I started to mainline it.
Yeah.
But I need to go back and do the other ones just to get those collectibles for my locker. Man.
Yeah, I get the collectibles. Like I haven't messed with the locker stuff at all. But yeah, like I fully upgraded my the I don't know, the skill tree or whatever. I fully upgraded that. So yeah, I mean the single players, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Would you say it's your favorite out of the 3?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I like the I mean, setup wise, like it's kind of this. It's pretty similar.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Story's
like
kind of far away.
Yeah, the story's throwaway. There's 4 or 5 like different areas like the other games. Um, I like the fact that you don't have to like find the grates or the hatches or whatever. They're just there, and you know whether they're blocked off by the fuzzy goo
Sludge.
or whatever. But you don't have to like go and search for them, which is fine.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, all the levels are pretty unique. It's really just a giant tutorial for multiplayer and for all those weapons. Um,
it really is.
but it's really cool. Like even like the last level was pretty. I mean, between starting the last area or the last level, it was like an hour and a half or something, like an hour or something like that.
Oh yeah, when you get to that,
Yeah,
when you get up there,
yeah.
or when you get to that area, yeah,
So
yeah.
it
I
was cool.
didn't expect it to be that long. Not that the final boss was an hour and a half. That's
No, no,
not Xenoblade, but
no.
man, I'm kind of dreading you getting to this boss because
What?
I was lucky enough where I got it first try.
Oh,
And
really?
I was like on the cusp. Like probably like 30 minutes into the fight, I was like pretty on the cusp of dying.
I have a feeling that if I die at least once or whatever, and if it's a really long fight, I'll probably just knock it down to easy
Yeah,
just to get it done with.
just run easy.
So I'm not gonna be it. I'm not gonna. I mean, this
Not
game doesn't
gonna
have achievements or
force it.
anything, so I'm not a big stickler about you know lowering. Like I did it for uh oh my gosh, the tunic. Like I turned like the invincibility mode on because I just wanted to beat it. I
Baby
didn't.
mode on.
Yeah, the easy mode. I didn't want to deal with it. So
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
yeah.
I'm
Tunic, oh
no
my
yeah. I'm not one of those people like, oh, you gotta play it the right way. No, just play it the way you want to play it. It's fine.
God, that's what you don't want. Yeah,
Just want to see the story through.
yeah. Splatoon. I mean,
Yeah.
I dipped into the card game a little bit.
Okay.
It's pretty fun. I mean, it's kind of like Turf War, where you're throwing down cards to cover the most ink, and there's like a little bit of nuance to it, but like you're collecting these rare cards that
Yeah.
kind of cover like a certain specific amount of ink, and you gotta you know play them strategically, essentially.
Okay.
But that's pretty fun. And then haven't really gone into Salmon Run anymore than I did on the last episode, but still enjoying the multiplayer, man. Still enjoying Turf War. Still enjoying ranked. I like the catalog is kind of like a battle pass.
Yeah.
Like you level up the catalog and you can get just like random cosmetic stuff. So it's cool, man. I'm really enjoying Splatoon. I'm excited for the Splatfest.
I haven't seen anything, but I'm curious, like, what the longevity of this game will be, because it doesn't have like a quote unquote battle pass, essentially. Like you're not,
Yeah,
it's not like in the forefront or whatever. So I wonder. I mean, because that's every game nowadays has a battle pass, and they kind of have to at this point. I wonder, like, I haven't seen anybody complain about it necessarily, but because I think just Splatoon is just such a unique game or whatever, it may not need one. But I'm just very curious, like what the longevity will be for this game, like in the next month or two. People are still going to be playing it. I mean, I know obviously the game sold like crazy right now, and Splatoon 2, there's always people playing. So I mean, it's not like it's going to die necessarily, but
yeah, we'll be done in the
I
water.
wonder what that conversation will look like here in the next couple of months.
I mean, I think I think they're gonna add content pretty regularly
Yeah.
over the next few months, going into the end of the year. I mean, they already have like those new modes planned. I'm sure they're gonna add. I mean, they have like a catalog of maps that they could add
Yeah.
from previous games, from Splatoon 1, which like a lot of people didn't play that game comparatively to 2 and 3. But I think it's gonna be all right. I think it has its, not that it's a niche game, but it has its niche of people that really love that type of gameplay. Just
Yeah.
like, I don't know, that gameplay loop, the gameplay itself. Like some people just really connect with that. I think that's gonna stick. Like, and at the end of the day, like, trying to think of it from like Nintendo's perspective. Like obviously Nintendo wants people to keep playing the game, so they're gonna keep pushing out content. But they've already sold probably 10 million plus copies of this game. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I don't
surprised,
know.
like, and like, I guess good for them, but um, and maybe this is just the power of Nintendo and the Switch, but
Mhm.
they could easily put in like microtransactions for this game, but they don't. They never have for Splatoon, so I don't
Yeah.
know. And Nintendo doesn't really do that for their for their
Mm.
games. Which again, it's kind of like the power. Like Nintendo just they're just such a juggernaut. Like they don't have to do that stuff because their games just sell so well.
Yeah, and this.
And they don't cost like $100 million to make either.
Yeah, that's the conversation I've been saying a lot is like these games probably take, half a quarter of the budget of like these big AAA games and they're selling just as much. I mean, look at Luigi's Mansion 3. Look at, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Like these are like smaller like 10-hour games that are selling, you know, Luigi's Mansion sold 10 plus million, Kirby is selling 5 million, and then you have like Switch Sports, which is it's a pretty low budget game. Like
Yeah,
that's a pretty low effort game. And a lot can be said about that itself, about it being low effort and not really worth the entry point, but selling like hotcakes, man. Selling 5 million copies, like that's a lot of return. That's a lot of return on their investment. I mean, they're pushing out like 10 games a year. It's pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah. And I think that's just where they have the Zelda that obviously costs a lot more money to make, but yeah, when you have all
Mm-hmm.
these really credible franchises that are the games are always generally pretty highly rated,
Yeah.
and they're pushing out like like you said, like almost 10 a year. You just have to go back and look at like obviously Microsoft's doing their own thing with Game Pass, and that they can kind of support their games, but like just I mean we talked about it last week a little bit, but with Sony and how they do their games, like the first party games, like
Yeah.
how long is that going to be able to be sustainable, right? Without
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why they're looking into all these live service games.
yeah,
It's because two
they
games
got
a
one of the
year.
best
That's enough.
first person companies in the world with Bungie, so they could. I would like to see like another first person shooter that isn't Destiny out of Bungie. Like
Yeah.
they have
You're
such
not going to go into Destiny at this point,
no, yeah.
right?
If you're not, I just don't see like I don't. I wonder what like the newcomer is to Destiny at this point. Like how many people are actually brand new to the game.
Yeah. I
But
can't imagine there's a lot, but maybe that'll change. Maybe they'll kind of like reinvent Destiny a little bit. But I mean, people love Destiny too.
yeah,
But
yeah. I mean, they super turned it around like that franchise too because it started out pretty rocky. But yeah,
yeah,
I would like to see them do another multiplayer game or first person shooter that just isn't Destiny. I think that would be really cool.
yeah, agreed. But before we jump off of Splatoon,
Yeah.
Harrison, right now, right here, which Splatfest theme are we going for? Are we doing grub, gear, or fun? Was that the last one?
You know what? In the L that Mr. Jeff Grubb took, I think I'm gonna go with Grubb. I'll
We're
support
doing
Mr.
grub.
Jeffrey
Okay.
Grubb. Yeah.
All right, everybody. If Grub wins, you know why.
If Grubb wins, he's going to announce that Metroid's coming out in December.
Oh God. You heard it here first.
Oh gosh,
All right, Team Grub all the way.
Team Grubb.
Taking
That's
a hand.
Friday, right? This weekend.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Starts Friday.
Sweet. And then the last thing that I've been playing this week, I downloaded the Wo Long demo. This was the thing that
Nice.
came out of Tokyo Game Show. It is kind of like a Dark Souls clone esque kind of thing, but a little bit. It's kind of
Mhm.
like maybe Sekiro cross with like Dark Souls. Like it's um,
Nice.
it's they kind of throw you in. So they start with you with like doing like going through like the training and stuff, and there's your typical there's the like your block, and then you have like a dodge, but you can also if you time it just right you can do like a deflection and potentially get like an instant kill, so that's kind of like Sekiro in a way. But then you also have like There's bow and arrows in the game. You pick between
Nice.
like dual swords, I think a spear, a couple of other weapons, and they've got like they call it wizardry, which is I think it's kind of weird, but um, they've got like magic and stuff in the game too.
Okay.
And then there's like this one special like after I don't know the kind of I think it just I don't know the criteria for the like the gauge filling up. I'm assuming it's you doing damage and stuff like that, but like a
Yeah.
phoenix comes down and like attacks people for you, and you can kind of not necessarily control it, but you can have the phoenix do like damage, like fire damage and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, it's really cool. It looks great. It runs really well. The thing that kind of is different about it because it's still you go to a point like your bonfire, but this time it's like a battle flag. So the point of the game or like the main hook, I guess, is there. It's called a morale point. So as you're killing enemies, you gain morale, and you become stronger. Because there'll be other enemies that have like morale point of like it'll be above like their health bar when you attack them. They'll have like morale point of like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever the case is. When you die, whatever your morale point was whenever you plug like the battle flag in, it goes back to that. So let's say you started out the level or the area at 1, you get up to 4, you plant the battle flag. That's what you're going to be at from then on. So if you die, you'll respawn back at the battle flag. Your morale point will still be 4, so that doesn't drop all the way down. And then
Okay.
as you go to like each battle flag, whatever, each bonfire, if you accumulate the morale points, it'll save it to the next one. So you won't lose it. You only lose what it's kind of in between the bonfire. And you can also get your stuff back as well, just like classic Dark Souls. If you
All right. This is sounding familiar now.
Yep. So if you attack an enemy and they kill you, if it's like a regular enemy, if you kill them, you get your stuff back, your gold and whatnot. And then if it's like a boss fight, as long as you trigger it, you'll get your stuff back. So even if you die, well, if you trigger it, you'll get your stuff back, and you can run away. I haven't finished the demo yet. I heard it's like a 2-hour long demo, so I don't have much more to say. But it's very very Dark Souls esque. There's intertwining bridges and stuff like that where you can kind of flank around an enemy. There is like stealth in the game where if you get close enough to an enemy, you could do like a pretty much like an instant kill, depending on how high their morale point is. You may not kill them in one hit.
Okay.
And there's also like death from above style stuff. So that's where it kind of adds in like that Sekiro kind of feel to it. But it's really cool. Like the combat feels really good. Like I think it's running at 60 frames, so it feels good. Yeah, depending on how like the demo shapes up, yeah, that may be a day one for. Well, I think it's coming to Game Pass, so
Game Pass.
yeah, in early 2023. So yeah, I'd recommend checking it out. It's just search Wolong on the Xbox Store, and it's like a free trial or something like that.
Okay.
But Nick, I am going to go put Kellen to bed. I'll be right back.
All right. Cool.
But yeah, I probably did a terrible job of explaining it. But yeah, it's a really good like Dark Souls clone. I always hate using the word clone, but it feels like it could be something on its own. It does have like a typical like skill tree. Pretty much like Dark Souls. You pick like if you want to be defensive, if you want to be attack heavy, if you want to be magic based, or there's even like a sneak element too. And I think you start at whatever you choose, you automatically get 10 points into that skill tree, and then you can. I'm not sure what the currency is, but I can't remember what it is. But you can upgrade each tree as you see fit. It's got multiplayer as well.
Nice.
It does have like an NPC summon too. I don't know if this was like just for the demo or how often you can use it. But you could download or have an NPC come in and play with you, which was super helpful because they're
Nice.
pretty strong too. So it's kind of like a summon from Dark Souls or from Elden Ring or something like that. So really cool. It's really cool. It looks great too.
Man, I need to check this out. I really love the trailer, and I was meaning to keep an eye on it. But
Yeah, it's like the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Like it takes place in China, like that kind of era. So it's really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna finish the rest of the demo, and I mean I'll just check it out either way since it's coming to Game Pass. But
yeah,
yeah, always love a good Dark Souls something, right?
Dark Souls inspired game.
Yeah, heard it was like similar to like Neo, however you want to say it.
Yeah, I never played
which I
that.
never
I really
played.
wanted to.
Yeah,
Never got around to it. I heard 2 was really good. I mean, I
Yeah.
heard 1 was good too, but yeah, I heard 2 was pretty amazing.
yeah, that's what I've heard as well. I don't know why I never. I think was Neo on Game Pass at one point. I can't remember.
I think at one point it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
But other than that, that is all I have been playing. Nick, is there anything else that you have been playing?
I forgot to mention this last week, but I picked up the Portal collection.
Oh, that's right.
Switch, and I played all through the first one, and that was a lot shorter than I remember. It's only like 2 hours.
Yeah, it's super short.
Yeah, like I did not expect it to end when it did, and then jumped into 2, and I realized that I hadn't played the single player before, and I didn't realize that it was different from the co-op.
Yeah, I could not believe you. I saw the tweet, and I could not believe you hadn't played the single player because yeah, the co-op is different, completely different.
Because I played that with you. I played the co-op with you.
Yeah,
And I started the single player, and I was like, oh wait, this is gonna be like I'm gonna remember this, and
yeah, Portal 2 is amazing.
yeah, it's super amazing so far. I haven't finished it yet, but yeah, I'm in like chapter 7.
Okay.
Something.
Have you gotten to the point where I can't remember who it is, but they make like the lemonade, life hands you lemons, saying.
I don't think so.
Okay, that's a really good that's a really good part.
Okay.
Does that ring a bell yet? No, it doesn't. Okay.
So,
You would know exactly what I'm talking about if you guys that part. Okay. Yeah, that story is 2 is incredible. Like I mean, one's amazing, but 2 like it's just so much more fleshed out. Like it's
yeah, I think I just left the test facility.
okay. Yeah, between what is it? Is it Weebly? Is that his name? Weebly
I'm not sure.
it's GLaDOS and the other little robot guy.
I can't remember his name. It's
Yeah.
been 2 weeks since I played.
Okay. But yeah,
I need to finish
that
that
game's
up 'cause
great.
It's really great.
Yeah.
I'm like so shocked that this is actually different from the multiplayer.
Let's dive into the news.
Yeah, let's do it.
So the internet was set like on fire for whatever reason. What was it? Sunday? Was it Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday morning, yeah.
So a bunch of like videos and screenshots and stuff like that leaked for GTA 6.
Mhm.
And people were losing their minds saying it looked bad and like these are old stuff. Like do you not understand how game development works? Like I don't know, man.
Also, I thought it looked great.
Yeah, it was like I saw some of this stuff. I mean, it looked like a work in progress game. Like it didn't look completed, but it
Yeah.
also didn't look terrible either. I saw like videos compared to that to like the new Saints Row, and it looked pretty similar. I don't know. I think it's just the case of it's always horrible when stuff gets leaked out and footage is stolen and stuff like that. Because I don't know. I think majority of like gamers just don't understand the idea of like game development and like everything is like a it's a work in progress. It's a build.
Yeah.
So when stuff like this leaks, like with the screenshots and stuff, it sucks because it can damage the brand because I mean, kind of like with what Fire Emblem went through a few months ago with those leaked screenshots. Now obviously it's not as big as deal because not as much. Yeah, it's Fire Emblem and a lot of stuff got leaked out of this thing, but
Yeah.
I don't know. That sucks for Rockstar, like all the people working on that game, because that's the last thing they want is all this stuff to get out there, especially when it's like an old build, or even a new build and it's just a work in progress. Like I don't think we're gonna see GTA 6 until like 2024, anyways. So like,
Yeah. It's gonna be a while.
yeah, So
This is an older build, so
I
it's
don't
like
understand why people are freaking out about this. It just it doesn't
I
make
don't
any
know, man.
sense.
People love to bitch about stuff, and
Yeah.
yeah, Rockstar put out that statement this morning, confirming the leak and saying that it's detrimental or it's devastating that you can work on something for so long and not have it shown off the way you want it to be shown off, right? Like
Yeah.
people have been anticipating this game for 10 years, and the first time we see it is through a leak that was
Yeah.
essentially stolen, and but luckily that it's not impacting development. They're not really having to change anything. They're not having to start from scratch. Like I know some of their net code or some of their code was stolen, but it's not changing anything in production. So
I wonder
hopefully
if they'll go after anybody like any
I'm sure they will.
any
It's
like
Rockstar.
media presence, like I don't
I
know,
think they will.
like some YouTubers that were like talking about it. Like IGN posted about it, but they didn't like they posted like the link to it, so you could go see it if you want to. But like even that's like
It's a little
that's a little
questionable.
yeah.
It's like I saw that too, and I was like, I think IGN at least they're gonna get a slap on the wrist for that. Like I'm sure other YouTubers who are a little bit smaller are gonna get like banned or I don't know lawsuits.
Yeah,
I don't know
Rockstar
if
doesn't play around with their stuff. They will come after you. Yeah, I didn't even. Not that I really care that much, but I was like, I'm not even gonna talk about it at all. just I'll just let it live. We'll talk about it on the podcast. That's fine.
Yeah, and it's like it's one of those things like you know what it's gonna play like, what it's gonna look like.
Yeah.
It wasn't too surprising for me to see what I saw in the leaks. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not spoiling any. It's not really spoiling anything about.
Like we already knew, like out of like I think what previous leaks or what was it? Was it Rockstar said themselves that there was going to be a female protagonist? Like the Bonnie and Clyde thing, like we already kind of knew about some of that stuff. So like, I don't know, man. People are just freaking out about it. I don't understand it.
I don't know what they were expecting at this point. Like it looked pretty photorealistic to me. Like I'm sure that's what a lot of people are wanting. Like look as real as possible. I want to actually feel like I'm, doing whatever I'm doing in GTA.
Yeah, it's like So yeah, I mean, games take a long time to make, and there's alpha builds, there's beta build, there's everything like
pre-alpha.
Like there's so many changes that these games go through that you just I don't know. You can't judge it until it's actually physically in front of you, like when you're playing it. Like, so, yeah, I don't know. And it's GTA.
Yeah.
It's going to be like 4 was good, 5 was good. I mean, it's going to be a good game, whether it's for you or not. Because I don't even know what GTA is for me anymore. Like I loved 4, 5. I liked, didn't love. Never touched the online, and 6. I don't know. I could like. I want to see what it is, but I'm not excited for it. But that's just me. I don't know.
Definitely want to try it. I mean,
yeah.
A game this big, why wouldn't you? But yeah, it just sucks. It sucks that it leaked this way, and that the developers didn't get a chance to show it off how they wanted to show it off. I mean, but who knows how long that was away?
Yeah.
Like, when were they first planning to show this off? Like, is it going to be next year, 2024, 2025?
Yeah.
Like, we don't know.
Game Awards, maybe that could be like a Game Awards like show ender, something like that. But I don't think we'll actually play this thing until 2024. So, I think it's a ways off.
I think you're right.
We had Tokyo Game Show happen last week. Nick, I noticed that you don't have the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot Bardock DLC mentioned in the show notes.
Front and center.
Coming 2023, there's going to be a Season Pass 2 of the game. It's getting a next gen upgrade or a current gen upgrade to say.
You're going too fast.
So yeah, I really like that game. I actually played it last night for like an hour, just cause, whatever, man. Gotta love some Dragon Ball.
Is this Kakarot or is this Fighter Z?
It's Dragon Ball Kakarot, but they're doing a season pass too, and they're going to start off with the Bardock DLC, which is Goku's dad. So
Goku's dad?
yeah,
He's back.
he's back.
Wait.
Maybe. Well, it's gonna be like like they had the Trunks DLC, the Future Trunks, where you just played as Trunks, you didn't play as Goku or anything, which is kind of weird because it's called Kakarot, but whatever. So we're getting that. Hopefully, we finally get like Goku Black and like the more of the super Dragon Ball Super arcs, because they haven't touched that yet. They touched Beerus and Frieza, but that's it. Golden Frieza. But
Okay.
so hopefully they get more of that stuff.
Do you think they're gonna save that for Dragon Ball Kakarot 2?
Well, I don't know. They said there's three DLC passes or 3 DLCs coming with the season 2 pass. So hopefully they include something along the lines of that. But Nick, you want to read the next one for Tokyo Game Show?
Yeah. So, my God, what a long time coming, right? It's a Deathloop finally coming to Game Pass after what feels like forever. I mean,
it was what, a year exclusivity, right?
It was a year exclusivity, but Deathloop got delayed a year. It was supposed to come out in 2020.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It got delayed to 2021, and then of course the exclusivity deal got delayed with that. So it's coming to Game Pass, I think tomorrow or today or yesterday.
Yes, tomorrow.
Yep. So it's coming out on.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try it.
The 20th. Yeah, you haven't played this, so are you gonna try this out? You know?
Oh yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I heard. I mean, it's heard good things about. I mean, you played it and finished it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'll play it on Game Pass, sure.
Oh sure, I'll play.
Are they adding anything to it?
They're adding, I think, a new ending, some a new ability, some new guns, new enemies.
Okay. That's cool.
So they're adding a good bit. I don't know if I'll step back into it on the Series X since I already played it on the PS5, but
yeah,
I'm excited to hear your thoughts. It was really loved last year, but I also feel like it's pretty divisive.
Yeah.
I personally, I would give it an 8 out of 10. I wouldn't rank it as high as some of the other, some of the news outlets did last year, but I still thought it was a great game.
Yeah.
Still thought it was a really great game. I had a lot of fun with it. Towards the end, I was ready for it to be done, but
how long is it? Do you remember?
I would say like 12 to 15 hours.
Okay, so not
maybe
super...
towards 15 to 18. I don't know.
Yeah, so I gotta get through Xenoblade. That's number one because October is gonna be nutty.
It's coming in hot too.
Yeah. Let me just read the next one while I look up I'm gonna look up the games real quick coming out.
Okay. So here we go. Resident Evil Village DLC, focusing on Ethan's daughter. So that's gonna actually close out the Winters storyline. It's gonna be the last bit on the Winters that we get. I thought that the storyline was gonna end with Resident Evil 9, but now we really don't know where that's going after this.
Yeah, because I figured they would. Well, before we got the DLC for Rose, I figured we would just play as Rose.
In Resident
Evil 9, but yeah, I don't know. As long as I really hope it's first person. But if they're doing the first person and the third person thing now, like they've kind of closed. Yeah, I'm really excited for this DLC. Just to obviously play more Resident Evil 8 and then play something new. But like also just try it in third person and see how it feels and stuff. So super cool.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that they were doing the third person mode for the entire game. That's
and cool. Like the mercenary stuff looks really cool with playing as Lady D and Heisenberg.
Yeah, mommy and daddy.
Yeah, mommy, daddy.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's coming out October 28th, late October at some point.
Yeah, late October 28th. Same day as Bayonetta, and same day as something else. I think Call of Duty maybe. Is it Call of Duty as well? but it's 20
Maybe.
bucks. So I mean, I would say it's
Okay, $20 for everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Although, okay.
All right, so going back real quickly, so end of September, I don't see anything. I think we're pretty
Shovel Knight
much
Dig coming out end of September.
Shovel Knight Dig. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
When is that? When does that come out?
Actually, that might be this week.
Is it this week? It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 23rd. Okay. Okay. And then let's see. Starting in October, we've got Nier, which I've never played a Nier game, so I don't know. Dragon Ball: The Breakers. I'm definitely gonna try that. Probably gonna pick that up. It's like $20, whatever.
Is it $20?
Yeah, it's $20. The special edition is 30, whatever.
Okay.
Plague Tale coming out the 18th. So I've got some time. I still got time to go through.
Well, how many hours are you in Xenoblade?
I'm about
30
40.
something?
About 40 hours.
All right. You're getting close.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna like mainline the story and don't worry about anything else.
I mean, if you popped it down difficulty, you could finish it out.
Yeah,
pretty quick.
So yeah. Let's see. Yakuza is getting rebranded in the West to Like a Dragon. Was Like a Dragon the newest one? Was that like the best selling one in the franchise? Is that why they're doing this? I didn't.
I that's not what I like. I don't know. I don't know if it is. I think it feels like it got the most exposure.
Yeah.
But maybe they're just kind of like done with that storyline and trying to, go a different direction. I haven't played any of the Yakuza games. So
I haven't either. Yeah. They're well regarded. All of them are.
Yeah. So they have 3 new titles coming between Like a Dragon 8 or Yakuza 8, a Samurai spinoff, and then another spinoff. So they've got a lot of stuff coming for Yakuza. I need to jump into this. I just know there's so many games, and like everyone's like, you gotta play 0 first, then you gotta play like 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, 6. There's a lot, and they're all super long too. Like
I thought about playing Like a Dragon. I heard it was like 80 hours. I'm like, no way.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have the time to dedicate to one game.
Yeah, I don't have the time for that.
Yeah.
Next up, Resident Evil 4 remake coming next year. Was confirmed that it's going to come to the PS4 as well as the PS5. No word on Xbox One version. Which
so this
is kind of. I mean, is that weird? I guess. I mean, obviously the PS4 has a huge install base, so that makes sense.
Yeah, but I was kind of hoping this was gonna be like like a really
like a next
strong,
proper
a proper next gen or proper
that's what I was hoping.
Game. But that PS4, man, people are just hanging on to it. Like I get it, it's sold 100 plus million, 120 whatever, 120 million. But I mean, Sony themselves, other developers, they are just holding on to.
I can't let it go.
Can't let it go.
And if COVID didn't happen, there weren't all these shortages. Like we'd probably be away from the, away from last gen. But yeah, man, it still doesn't feel like we're in the current gen.
Yeah.
Like I love my Series X. Like everything runs great on it, and it feels really good. Like, but.
There hasn't been any exclusives. Yeah,
no exclusives. I mean, you okay over there?
I don't know.
I mean, Elden Ring was fantastic, but
yeah,
and I wouldn't want to play that on the Xbox One. I don't think that would run very well, but
sounded choppy.
Yeah, so yeah, there just hasn't been like that game yet. So,
I mean, we had the Medium on Xbox Series X, which was a good it was like a good game.
Yeah, it was solid. It was like a solid 7 maybe.
I don't think it was a Series X caliber. Like, this needs to be on Series X. It can't be on the Xbox One.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was true.
I mean, as someone who owns the PS5, is there anything on there that's kind of blowing your mind, or truly feels like the next gen kind of thing?
I mean, let's see. There's
Maybe God
Ratchet
of
and
War when you
Clank.
get it, but even though like God of
That's a
War's,
PS4 game.
it's cross platform, or yeah, cross generation.
Like Demon Souls was really beautiful, but that was still hindered. You still had to choose between frame rate
Yeah,
and fidelity. And that was same for Ratchet and Clank. You had to choose between frame rate and fidelity. And that one looked relatively comparable to the PS4 Ratchet and Clank, in my opinion.
was that also PS4? I didn't.
No. Sorry, I'm referring to the reboot that came out on
Oh,
PS4.
okay, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, I don't know if there's been like a truly like no compromises next gen game on any platform yet. And I don't know. I don't know when we'll get it. I don't know when that will happen.
Next year, maybe. Like Redfall and like Starfield are going to be Xbox Series X and S exclusive, or not exclusive, but they're not coming to Xbox One, right? I think it's just
I don't think so.
the Series, console. So yeah, as far as Microsoft goes, hopefully we'll if those games don't get delayed or whatever, maybe we'll get that first really experience of how powerful these things can be. But
Yeah, and I'm sure Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine
oh yeah,
also give a similar experience, if not better. But
yeah,
it always feels like it's 1 year away.
yeah.
And that goes a lot for Xbox games. All these games in development, they're always a year away. Avowed, Fable,
Yep. Fable, I don't see coming out next year.
Hellblade. Yeah, no
Yeah,
way.
Hellblade.
No way.
See, I can't wait for Hellblade. That that's going to look amazing, but no signs of that yet. Or
5 or 6 years, like I don't know. I don't know what Microsoft is doing, but they need to run a little bit, just to run a tighter ship, man.
I mean, we talked about that with Bonnie leaving 343 last week. About obviously she left for family issues, but hopefully someone will step, because I think she was doing like 3 different roles, and they filled all those roles in. So there's more people doing her job. So yeah, I think Microsoft. I know they have. I know they want it. They don't want, because they have so many studios now. They don't want those studios to lose like their legacy and like their culture. But yeah, tighter ship, man. You got to run. You got to get ran tighter than that.
You can't have 0 exclusive games come out in 2022.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
No.
And then 6 years, 7 years in development for Halo Infinite, and it's content incomplete at launch. Like it's just bad. Like your flagship game is just launches with nothing. So
yeah.
So
2023.
2023. It's gonna be the year. Nintendo saved it this year, though.
They really did. Came in.
Yeah, and then last up, Nick, the Street Fighter 6 is going to be launching with 18 characters. Is that the highest ever for Street Fighter?
I think so. I don't want to.
That's a lot of characters.
Say that is a lot. I want to say like Street Fighter 5 didn't have many.
Well, if this is the one Street Fighter game I to get into, this would be the one, because it does look pretty cool. So far with all the stuff that's been shown off.
Street Fighter 5 had 16 characters.
16, okay. So
4 of which
close.
were new.
Okay. Cool. And then Nick, this isn't on the news, but the Call of Duty had its beta this weekend. From what was shown off, I don't know if you even watched anything or whatever. Are you excited for Modern Warfare 2 at all? Warzone 2? Are you going to jump into Warzone for the first time in a long time?
I don't think so. I'm just out of the realm. I'm out of it, man. Tired of sliding into Call of Duty games.
Yeah.
Sliding around, playing against a bunch of sweaty people. I don't know. Sorry, I'm being negative, but
no, that's fine. I was watching a clip on TikTok earlier, and like the way these, and like again, no like shade or anything to how these people play, but like it's just like
It looks like they're having
constantly
a teaser.
constantly like slide canceling, which I think they took that out actually of Warzone 2, but slide canceling and like just constantly jumping up and like it's a little bit too much. And I understand that's the meta. Like and that's why I can't keep up with Fortnite, because like whenever I play with somebody, they're just constantly jumping and I'm like, can we just like shoot each other? Like, why are we jumping? But it's just the way we gotta constantly be crouching and jumping and jump, crouch, and slide cancel it and running and stopping. It's so much, man.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I guess it started with like Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 back in the day.
I don't think it was that
When
bad
everyone-
though. It just was not that
Well,
like.
do you remember the drop shots?
Yeah, I do remember that stuff. It was really annoying.
I mean, that was what you could do at the time, I guess, because
Yeah.
there wasn't any sliding or canceling or any of that stuff. But
Yeah,
the drop shotting.
it's too chaotic for me, and just watching people play like gives me like
Gives
a
me a
brain
headache.
aneurysm, man. Like it kills me.
Yeah.
But you know, people
Wow.
people like
Are we
that.
getting old?
We might be getting old. Like well, I'm 30 now, so like my reflexes are shot. I played my neighbors are Hispanic, and they celebrated Mexico's Independence Day this weekend, and we started playing a little bit of basketball, like a pickup game, like 3v3. And I was gassed out by the end of that thing, man. I was gassed out.
I gave it to you good.
Yeah, I mean we won a few games, but yeah, by the end I was like like yesterday and today, I'm like my legs are super sore, like oh my gosh. But it was fun. It was fun, but yeah, I just watching people play like that, I just like you said, it just gives me a headache, man. It's too chaotic for me.
Yeah. And like you kind of have to play like that to keep up. So it kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't look fun.
Yeah,
And I think that's what I'm like realizing that I really like with the games. Like, is this game fun to play?
yeah,
Like, I don't care too much about whether the story is good if the gameplay is really excellent. Like that, I think that is the most important part of games. Like, is this game fun? Is it a fun game? Do I get enjoyment just playing it? And that's why I love a lot of Nintendo games, because you know a lot of them are just fun to play, like Mario Odyssey, Splatoon.
well, Splatoon, like as an example for multiplayer, it's like if I'm losing and still having fun, that's what's important to me. Is like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't care about like, oh, somebody drop shot at me or somebody whatever the case is. Like, and like the Splatoon, for just those matches are so quick. Like you can play 2 or 3 matches, you know, in between work, or you know, I'm not saying necessarily in between work, but you know, just real quickly, and then run an errand or something like that. Like they're so quick. It's not like a huge time investment, and that's where like I even started to fall into. I booted up Fortnite yesterday to play the new season, or start it, and yeah, I'm starting to see the sweaty kids come out now that I'm starting to get a little bit less the little less bots in the game, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm just getting old. My reflexes aren't there anymore, which is sad to say, but
R.I.P.
but yeah, I can't get down with the sweatiness, man. It's just
Hey, I agree. I think it's
Halo
fair.
is about as because Halo's just not as quick as Call of Duty, but yeah, that's about as fast as I can go at this point. You know, and it's just fun. Like I find that gameplay more fun than just running around like crazy.
I agree. Yeah.
But all right, guys. Well, I think that is going to wrap up the show this week. We do appreciate everyone that always tunes in live, and obviously, you know, watches the or downloads the podcast. If you guys can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you can leave reviews, that would be super helpful. We'll take all types of reviews, positive, negative. If there's something that you guys want us to improve on, let us know.
Yeah.
Because we are always we're all ears. We're always listening. Nick, where can they follow us on everything else, social stuff?
They can follow us at GamingWTBros on Twitter. Over on TikTok, you can follow us at Gaming with the Broscast. If you have any questions for us that you want us to answer live on the podcast, you can email them at gamingwiththebroscast@yahoo.com. I think we're also on Instagram, Gaming with the Broscast. So we're everywhere, man.
Yeah.
We are everywhere.
Yeah, all the links in the description of the show.
Yes.
If you're ever curious. All right, guys, we will see y'all next week. I feel like the news is going to be pretty light this week, Nick, with everything that's already happened.
I think so.
So maybe I'll think of like a topic or something, or that we can talk about next week,
maybe,
or something like that.
I know we ranked the Nintendo franchises. Maybe we should do Microsoft and Sony.
Yeah, I was either thinking of that or like ranking like the consoles itself, like the Nintendo consoles and stuff.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Do like a
maybe we should do that. All
the handhelds and all the consoles and rank them like we did before with the games. It'd be fun.
Yeah,
we'll do that. I'll get that set up. We'll do that next week. We'll rank all the consoles.
Okay. Well, look forward to that, everybody.
Yeah.
Bring your hot takes.
All right, guys.
Virtual Boy's gonna be here.
Hey, yeah. But all right, guys. Well, we will see y'all next week. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. Don't take the leaks and screenshots, too seriously. The game's gonna be fine.
Life moves on.
Yeah, life moves on. All right, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.